What's up, guys and gals? Thanks for joining me today. Today I'm heading down to put out a trail camera. One of you guys, Jake, reminded me that I should get a trail camera over that den that I had found a couple videos ago. I'll put the link right up here. But I had found that den and I wasn't sure what was going in and out of it, and finally time to just put a trail camera up there and find out once and for all what's using it, if anything. I think there's still something going in and out. I know I've seen a lot of activity there before, so we'll put a camera up today and let it soak for a couple weeks and go pick it up and see what we can find. Also, while I'm in there today, it's real close to the last spot on this farm that I'm probably going to really shed hunt this year. It's getting kind of late, and I think I'm probably going to start focusing on food plots and some other things, so won't have a ton of time to shed hunt. But I'm going to go in there today and check that out and see what I can find, and it's a place that I don't typically go into at all. It's probably been 3 years since I've even been in there. So we'll go in there and see what we can find. Stick with me, let's go drop that trail cam and then go look for some sheds. This is something I just wanted to show you guys. I've marveled at this, and it's been a couple years now, but there was a rub on this tree 2 years ago, I think, maybe 3 now. We're just hooked in the browse in this tree, but this is a humongous tree here. You can see my hand. Yeah, he hooked in and ripped it up. There's even a big branch on this other side. It's kind of crazy. It's the biggest rub I've ever seen. Just a huge thing. But I kind of always wondered what the heck got into it. You know, what hooked in here and was making that rub. I wish I would have had a camera the day, whatever it was. Maybe I'm thinking these are browse. Maybe I'm off. Maybe it was a spike, but I don't think so. Yeah, it's something neat. I always walk past, kind of look at it again to see if it's been hit. Maybe one of these days it will be. But now is the worst part of my walk. I've got to climb this ridge, and it's not bad today. I'm dressed light, but in the fall, when I got the hunting clothes on, it's a pain. It's easy to get sweated up going up here. So I always have to take it easy or pack in everything. But all right, I'm gonna get after it. Well, I'm real close to that den now, and I don't know if maybe I kind of solved part of the problem already or what. This sucker here doesn't look too good. He's not feeling very well. I have no idea what's going on here. He's been dead for a little while though. I'm not gonna get too close in case the wind blows my direction. Yeah, I'm real close to that den. I just looked at a tree back there. There was an old hollow tree that was dead and hollowed out, and I thought, well, that'd be a pretty good place for like a raccoon or something to crawl in. It was a big old dead oak and it had a big hole in the bottom. Looked like something been living in there. I don't know if that's where he's been or if he's been in that den. I'm not sure. I'm still gonna walk over there and put that trail cam up. It's just around the edge of this hill. But yeah, interesting. Maybe that's what's been living in there. I wouldn't doubt it. There are a ton of raccoons down here. I think partially because of these cornfields. They're in and out of there a lot. But I don't know. I'm gonna sneak up there. Well, I shouldn't say sneak now as I'm talking wide open, but I'm gonna walk up there and drop a trail cam. So I'll show you that in a second here. I'll show you guys what I did here with this trail cam. Hopefully I got it set up good enough to be able to catch whatever's in that den. Here's the setup. So I got the trail cam on this tree. I didn't really think about it. I thought I had a little bit better setup, but and I aimed it down. I pulled the old trick of putting some sticks in the back of it to kind of give it some angle, and tested it out. It seems like it's hitting the right spot. I'm not seeing much action around this den though, for whatever reason. In the past, I've seen a lot of fresh dirt and tracks and stuff, and right now it's pretty full of leaves. So it doesn't really look like anything's in there, but I'm not sure. We'll find out. I'll put this camera up here. I did bring one of my older cameras just in case, because I don't know what's in here. Like a raccoon or something, they might want to come out and chew on this cam. So this is about my oldest one. I figured, well, if something's going to happen to it, I'd rather have one of my old ones get chewed up. Yeah, I'll leave it here for a couple weeks, see what's going on, and see if I can see if there's anything going in and out of here. I don't know, looks kind of abandoned, but we'll find out. That said, I'm gonna bust over back up the hill here and get on that last little spot that I wanna shed hunt and see what I can find there. It's not far from here, and it's full of sumac and stuff, so we'll see what's in there. Haven't been in there for a long time. I made it to the piece that I'm gonna check out, and I'm gonna start on the edge. There's kind of a really big ravine over here, kind of a valley, and it opens up a lot. There's big timber in there. And I'm gonna start the edge, and then back here is the real thick stuff that I wanna really walk through. But I'm gonna walk the edge, and I'll go down, turn around, come back. I'll make several passes through there if I can. I know it's really thick and tough to get through, but I'll see if I can get through there okay, and then I'll just kind of, you know, check some likely spots, maybe under some big pines. I know there are a few white pines here and there. See if I can find something maybe under there, or I'll look for beds. And there's a field out here, and I've been seeing a lot of deer in that field lately. So I know they're in here somewhere, and you know, it's just a matter of whether or not there's a buck in there when they're dropping. But they've been dropping real recently, I think, still. So maybe I'll find one in there, I don't know, we'll find out, but let's go check it out now. Here's a good representation of what it kind of looks like in here. It has thinned out a little bit. I think as some of this understory gets a little taller, it's kind of kept some of the briars and weeds and stuff like that from growing up. But it's still pretty thick, and there's definitely some good deer trails in here. It looks like some real good ones. And then occasionally, there are actually more white pines than I thought, but occasionally one of these big white pines pops up and there's kind of an open spot. So that's why I was thinking maybe I'd find an antler or something laying under one of these. But I'm gonna kind of keep walking through it and keep working. It is thick, that's for sure. It's kind of difficult to get into, and since the deer bed in here, you know, we kind of try to stay out of it. It's one of our kind of a sanctuary. I mean, it's not 100% just because I'm in here now, and you know, a sanctuary, I think I'd probably not go in at all. We do have a couple spots where we really don't do that, but yeah, it's kind of a good spot to look. So I'm gonna keep moving here. Still following trails through this stuff, and not seeing as much sign as I thought. I did find this little old raccoon skull, or whatever that thing is, I don't know, some sort of little bitty skull. But there's some good deer trails, just not seeing rubs or scrapes or anything like that. I do see a you know, a good amount of sign droppings and tracks. So I'm not sure if it's, you know, if it's not as good as I thought or what. I do think that it's kind of gotten thinner in the last couple of years. I think it's been like 3 years since I've been in here, and I used to think it was much thicker than what it is now. So I don't know if it's just, you know, maybe it's thinned out a bit or what, but I'm gonna go back a couple more times. I've already made a pass down, and I'm almost back to where I started, and I'm just gonna move over and make one or two more. It's not a real big piece, so I'll check that and see if I can find something. Then when I head back, I'm gonna go right across that big ravine. I haven't been down in there at all yet. Pretty open, so I can see quite a ways, so that could be good. Maybe I'll be able to spot something from a distance. But I'm gonna keep on moving here and not give up yet, and see what I can find. Well, I finished walking the stuff I had intended to walk, as far as the sumac and the thick spot bedding area that I'd never been to, or I haven't been to recently. And I got that all done. I did not find as much sign there. Oops, sorry. I didn't find as much sign there as I thought I would. So it was a little bit disappointing, but kind of nice still to see where the trails are and where they're kind of moving through. So what I'm gonna do now, like I'd mentioned, is just head back and head up over through some more open stuff, open timber. That said though, I'm gonna head back towards the truck and see what I can find on the way out. This is the stuff I was talking about when I mentioned the big ravine I had to cross. Again, the terrain doesn't show great on camera, but it's a long ways across this thing. It's probably 300, at least 400 yards, I'm not sure. It's kind of two ravines going up, but it gets steep enough in spots where you can't even get across. There's kind of like cliffs in there almost. And it's kind of neat. I grew up hunting more flat ground, kind of the lower land, that what you saw in the last video. Since I started hunting this stuff a few years back, maybe 7 years ago, 6 or 7 years now, it's been a learning experience. It's kind of neat to learn how the deer react to the terrain, how they steer around certain things. They run these ridges, Some places where they can't cross kind of funnels them into different directions. And you can see it. Now's like the perfect time of the year to see that stuff. Or you can tell where the deer are moving. It's really easy to see trails and tracks and sign. So it's been a good learning experience to me. I continue to learn about it, and you know, I like some of these different terrain features. That's what makes this farm really cool, is being able to hunt different types of terrain. It's got the more flat stuff, more open. It's got some of this big timber. There's some stuff that you saw real thick. It's just a kind of a neat property. A lot of the properties around here are like that. It's not really unique to this one at all. But yeah, I'm gonna walk through here. I can see some pretty good deer trails in here. Actually looks like almost more activity than in that real thick stuff up there. Maybe because we keep the pressure low, they don't, you know, it doesn't really bother them to come into more of this open stuff. You know, we don't really hunt hard. None of these guys around here, I mean, we hunt hard, we don't pressure them much, and none of the guys around here really do that either. It's kind of everybody is, you know, kind of on the same page as far as deer pressure. But I'm going to keep on moving. I'll keep the talking to a minimum here. I like to talk, if you haven't noticed. I'm sure plenty of you have already. But I'm going to do that. I've seen a lot of deer out in this field recently, so I'm going to walk through this woods here. The field is again a different property. But I won't go out there, but I'm going to stay in this woods and kind of cruise that and see if I can catch where maybe they've been going in and out a bunch, and see if there's a shed there. And I can see a long ways here, which is nice. And I got the binos today, so I've been picking out things and kind of looking at them. We'll see if I can find an antler. Well guys, I'm going to wrap it up here. That's going to do it for today. I'm just about back to the truck and figured I'd close things up. I do want to say thanks for sticking with me in this one. Even though we didn't find any sheds, I felt like it was a success. I did get the trail camera out on that den, so for curiosity's sake, I'll find out what's in there. I'll let you guys know. Probably a couple weeks, I'll let it soak and then go back and check. Also scouted out a couple extra spots here and learned a little bit more about some of the spots on the farm. I appreciate you guys joining me. All the new subscribers, all the returning subscribers, thanks a lot. Hope you guys like the video. If so, give it a thumbs up. Lots of things coming up here in the near future. I'm pretty excited about all the opportunities and all the things that are going on, so it's going to be good. We're just getting started. But that said, you guys have a great rest of your day, and I'll catch you soon.